This, don't be scared. What an appropriate poster for this event. The eyes are on us. Read and ask questions about house rules. This applies online, but even more so at casinos. Rules vary state to state, but normally most absolve the house of any accountability while you willingly expose yourself to their regulations and policies. The eye in the skies are indeed active workers, and most casinos like keeping a tidy house with decent and well-behaved adults. Yes, it's us against the bookies and the house, but the house will and can ban you. Welcome, Bout Betters. Well, what a card last week. Like many others, I was successful betting, and I did lose some of my profit chasing Ortega at plus 1,600 on a live bet in round 2. Man, I was so excited. I was going to show off that ticket. You know I would have shown that ticket to you guys if I had hit that. I had Andrade also by finish. I had her to finish in rounds 1 and 2. I also chased and cashed Valentina round 3 and 4. That prop bet was awesome. It wasn't my call. I got that from a friend in the casino. That was I thank to him to help me out there. A few haters who say it's dumb, the prop bet, and you can't predict these things. Well, I cashed a lot of my props, and my losses that night were on house money, so that was awesome. This week is a tougher betting card. Now, I'm not really down with these lines, but on the onset, I mean, it might just mean fewer parlays for me. There will be no Hooker, Davishvili, Andrade, and Shevchenko play, for example. I should have bet the house on that play. That Davishvili fight had me scared. I was on skates. But I'm interested in placing a bet on this main event between Johnny Walker and Mr. Santos here. Thiago Santos, Mr. Santos. All right, guys. Thiago Santos, 37 years old, 2-3 in his last 5 fights. Johnny Walker, 29 years old, and also 2 in his 3 in the last fights. Walker is a younger and longer fighter. I mean, he's just athletically gifted, as well as Thiago Santos. Both these guys are just, fantastic physical specimens and athletes. Both, besides that, each of them having these athletic skills. I think Santos is the one with real kinetic knockout power. He's the guy that just uses his frame to really just obliterate his opponent, where Walker is more of that fast, flexible, twitch muscle, moving around, likes to strike at his range, doing all unorthodox strikes that are effective because you can't see him coming. And that's a problem for Santos because he's a little older, and I hate to say that, considering myself being older, but when it comes to this fight game, very few are able to sustain themselves at the elite level at this age. I don't think this fight isn't necessarily an easy call other than the not to go distance prop, which is already set at minus 500. Interesting that the odds makers view this as a finish or be finished fight, and Santos doing the finishing. The under is set at minus 1.5 at minus 125, and the over at 1.5 is minus 106. I think that's actually a really good spot. Santos by finish is a minus 125, while Walker is plus 180. Vegas wants you to chase the round props, I believe. Both these guys by decision, as you see, is just huge plus money because Vegas just doesn't see this going to the third round. To win by TKO, DQ, or KO, minus 110 for Thiago Santos and plus 188 for Walker. I would think they would have priced Walker a little bit meatier. But where are we going to go with this? I'm happy that the round set again, the over-under is set at 1.5. I'm on the over on this side, despite each of these fighters finishing in rounds 1 and 2. Johnny Walker is more of a round 1 guy, and Walker round 1 is plus 450, while Santos is a decent plus 250. The alternate winning group of rounds props 1 and 2 is minus 167. So where do I lean here? Do I take the guy with no chin and no striking defense in Johnny Walker, or do I take the old stuck in the mud but power puncher in Thiago Santos? I honestly don't like any of the spots for this main event. I would consider the over 1.5. I'm scared of this bout because both guys take too much damage, and of all Thiago Santos' best victories are just way in the past, they haven't aged well despite victories over Anthony Smith, Kevin Holland, and the champion Blachowicz. His just current abilities haven't been on par with those performances. But I still have to favor Thiago Santos in this, and would, if you're on his side, take him by finish at minus 110 and the over 1.5, because I think it's worth chasing. We'll see how quickly the action starts. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much for anybody that listens to this stuff. Hit me up in the comments. Thank you very much.